Now, joining us right now is Patricia Murphy, the editor of Citizen Jane Politics, and she's going to talk a little bit about what her readers are saying are the most important issues to them. And your readers, I would assume, are mostly female.
Yes, mostly female, but men are welcome and allowed, of course.
Oh, yeah. So what are they telling you that in this debate cycle, an election cycle, is the most important issue to them?
There are a couple of issues that are most important. I would say the economy is the most important, probably to women and men, but women, of course, pay most of the bills at home. Women are the majority of the workforce right now, a lot of young women coming out of college with a lot of debt, so that's what's mostly on their minds. There has been another group of issues that just popped up in the last couple of weeks, social issues. A lot of younger women, independent women, really nervous about the direction that debate is going in terms of should women have access to contraception or not. It's the first time some young women have ever even heard that it was possible they could not have access to contraception. So that has taken them aback. I think women are paying attention to this election cycle very closely, and the debate last night too.
And the role of women in combat has come up because there was talk about women being on the front lines and new rules regarding that. There was, here's what I think Santorum and Romney, correct, said about that last night. That's the sound bites we have. Is that correct, guys? Yeah, let's listen.
We've had over 100 women lose their lives in the conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. I was with Governor Bob McDonnell. His daughter has served as a platoon leader in Afghanistan. He said that she doesn't get emotional when she faces a risk. He's the one that gets emotional as she faces that kind of risk.
My concern that I expressed, I didn't say it was wrong. I said I had concerns about certain roles with respect to particularly in infantry. I still have those concerns, but I would defer to at least hearing the recommendations of those involved.
So there was talk about emotion. Would it make everybody more emotional out on the battlefield? Do you feel like you just saw a bunch of candidates there kind of tap them around, or did someone take a strong stand last night?
I would say that Ron Paul, as usual, took the strongest stand and said he doesn't want women or men in combat in a lot of these wars. So that was the way he answered it, and we're not surprised that that's what he said. We did see, however, most of the candidates sort of tiptoe around this and say, oh, no, I don't think it's wrong. I'm just not comfortable with it, and I'm going to ask the generals what they think about it. First of all, most generals are not women. And the other, something else we didn't hear them say last night, women really already serve in a combat position in a lot of cases. It's just called a temporary position because
even
it's not
by title.
Yeah, and women are very much in Iraq and Afghanistan. Those are countries that are dangerous no matter where you are and no matter what you're doing. So women really have not even been getting the credit for the combat roles that they are serving in.
So do you feel like after you watched it last night, Patricia, who do you feel out came out the strongest of the night?
Yeah, well, I think Mitt Romney had a good night. I think he's been a little back on his heels. He was much more aggressive, and he really needed to push Rick Santorum back off of a front-runner status. He made Rick Santorum admit to a lot of things he wasn't happy about voting for in Congress. Rick Santorum at one point said, well, that was a mistake, but we heard that clip say, but politics is a team sport. Guess what? That's exactly what people don't like about Congress, don't like about Washington. And so I think to be able to make Rick Santorum say that for both Ron Paul and Mitt Romney was a good night for both of them. And Newt Gingrich very strong as usual.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you feel like Mitt Romney was strong, and that your viewers or your readers would like to see people with more definitive answers regarding women's issues.
And they would also like to see women on the stage. How about that for a change?
There you go. Citizen Jane Politics.
Yes.
Patricia Murphy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Great to see you. Thanks.
You too. Good job.